Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you also. And I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're lovely and bright, shining bright. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper time wherever you are in the world and that life is treating you also most deliciously. So much love to you all as well, my delicious little babies. Now then, so the weather in my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, it is rather cold, rather chilly. So the heating is on yet again. The sun is shining, so what do? The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray, okay? And it is dry today. So that's my weather report for in the UK, my neck of the woods, okay? Now it may be different in other parts of the UK, okay? Because of course, you know, it seems to be different in places. Anyway, so there's some pieces of information today, okay? And, you know, please, you know, this would be very important for those of you juicy and delicious little babies out there to please take a listen to these videos. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, because what I'm doing is I'm doing it in a certain order. Okay, my delicious little babies, because I've wrote 1, 2, 3, but the way I'm doing it is 2, 3, 1. Okay, something's just made me say that, my delicious little babies, okay? So the first one, if you could please tap it into the old space bar, okay, my delicious little babies, on YouTube. And if you could please type in, and thank you, Jordan with an A, Jordan Peterson, okay, exposes the World Economic Forum. Okay, and this is with Joe, you know, J for Jacko, for Oscar, E for Echo, Rogan, okay, with an N. So it's R for Romeo, O for Oscar, G for Gertie, A for Apple, M for November. And that's on YouTube, my delicious little baby. So I'll just repeat once again. Jordan Peterson exposes the World Economic Forum. Okay, and that's with Joe Rogan, okay, on YouTube, my delicious little babies, yes? So we're just going to tick that one off. Now, because what Jordan Peterson is talking about, my delicious little babies, yes? Because I've been following a lot, okay? And what he is talking about, because you see, the World Economic Forum, otherwise known as the WEF, and you can find them on YouTube and you can hear the shite that they project and spew out. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, because they're totally crackers, it seems, and they're clearly not living on the same song sheet, well, really, the same flipping planet as us. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. And they seem to have all of these in their old noddles. These super duper ideas that they wanted to get, you know, our planet, which is, what is it, nearly 8 billion globally, down to 500 million. Okay, now I've known this a long time. Yes, I have. Okay, but what it is, for most, and I'm going to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, because there are many who do know about this, and God bless you all, okay? But you also have a lot of delicious little babies out there who do not know. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But what Jordan Peterson is talking about is, you know, well, basically he's exposing it, and it's all in about, what is it, just over 5 minutes or 5.5 minutes, okay? And of course, this, my delicious little babies out there, this concerns, okay, this is globally, okay, my delicious little babies, yes, so I chose to say that first, okay, because I'm hoping, my delicious little babies, that, you know, that you're following what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, and I do not mean that as a, you know, to be insulting or disrespectful or rude when I say that, okay, I'm doing it in a certain order for a reason, okay. So the next one, again, these are all on YouTube, okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So if you could please tap into the old space bar, yes? And if you could please type in Bill Gates, okay? Bill Gates, M for mother, R for Romeo, N for November, A for apple, M-R-N-A, okay? Grift, okay? Exposed, question mark. Billionaire, trashes, jab, you know, jab, despite reaping massive profits. And then it's Brie and Robbie, okay? And that's, if you look into the old subscribe, oh, sorry, and the previous one is to do with Joe Rogan. So if you look in the subscribe, my delicious little babies, it should say Joe Rogan. I flipping forgot to write it down, didn't I? Again, I don't know what's happening. Anyway. And then, you know, if you look in the subscribe with the one that I've just said, okay, it should say The Hill, okay? And that's on YouTube. So I'll just repeat it, sorry. Once again, Bill Gates, M-R-N-A, grift exposed, question mark. Billionaire, trashes, that's Bill Gates, by the way. Jab, yes, jab. Despite reaping massive profits, sorry. Brie and Robbie, The Hill, YouTube. Okay, so we're going to tick that one off, my delicious little babies. Now, I just want to say something here. I don't know if you'll all remember my delicious little babies. Well, actually, yes, you will, globally. My delicious little babies. Now, I have to be careful what I say because, as we all very well know, I've explained this before and I'll explain it once again. There's certain videos that I put up and most unfortunately seems to be removed. Do you see what I mean? So someone after liking what I say. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But like I said before and I say it again, could it be that I'm telling the truth? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So Bill Gates, if we go back a couple of decades, yes, he was in, okay, let me put it in another way. He was in another country, it begins with an A. A for apple, my delicious little babies, yes? And, well, I'm sure that you'll all remember, you know, it was all over the box in the corner of the room, you know, and they wanted you to donate this, donate that, and donate the other. God bless the beautiful dear souls who it was concerning in another country, okay? And it seemed that there was a lot going on there, wasn't there? Okay? Now, as we always say, they have what's called, and if you follow enough of it, my delicious little babies, like I do, it's like they have to have a testing ground. Okay? They seem to like the letter A. Okay, my delicious little babies? So, you know, please make of that as what you will. Okay? The different countries. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? And, of course, as we very well know, there was thousands upon thousands, God bless their beautiful dear souls, who suffered through this. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But it was as we've come to realise, haven't we, my delicious little babies, that of course all of these things were testing grounds so that they could do other things in other countries. Are you all following what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Okay? Because it's very clear to myself and other delicious and wonderful little babies out there that this is clearly what has, there we go, has been going on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's just I have to be careful what I say, my delicious little babies, because, you know, 1 minute my video's there and sometimes they may leave it a couple of weeks and then they decide to, you know, just remove it. Do you see what I'm saying? When, at the end of the day, a lot of this is a common knowledge all over, there we go, all over social media. Do you see what I mean? So it's like they're trying to keep others shushy, you know, shush. Do you see what I mean? And, well, they're unable to because it does not seem to be happening. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, yes, it's very interesting to listen to these two that I've just mentioned. Okay, they're not very long. The first one is only a few minutes long over. The first one that I mentioned is, 5 and I think 30 seconds long, okay? The second one that I've just mentioned is only a few minutes long. Now, the third one I want to get onto, and this is a game, okay? So if you please look in the old subscribe, okay? It should say, how you do? Yeah, it's all right. It's my dear, beautiful little neighbours up the road. They're looking in the window. Now then, and I'm not going to be rude, so I do apologise, my delicious little babies, yes, but I always like to say, do you know what I mean? If I see anybody, I always like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's good manners, or wave to my fellow neighbours. Do you understand what I mean? It's very respectful to do that, okay? Now then, this one here, if you look in the old subscribe, then it should say Richard Vobes. So here we are again, okay, my delicious little babies. And what you'd need to type into the old space bar, yes, would be the man, okay, the man who wouldn't stay silent. So I should just repeat that once more, my delicious little babies. The man who wouldn't stay silent, okay? And that is Richard Vobes in the old subscribe, okay? And that is on YouTube. So I'm just going to tick him off because I need to close my book, okay? Because I want to discuss this. Now then, so let's just put you back. So, right, let me just explain. So, you see, I was listening to this interview this morning, with Richard Vobes, and his name is Andrew Bridgen. Now, I mentioned him just on a recent video. In fact, I mentioned him on a couple of videos, actually, my delicious babies, yes. And what it is with Andrew Bridgen, and I do believe on my last video, which was a few days ago, I did say, because apparently he was apologising for something else, not what I'm talking about now, my delicious babies. This is to do with something else, yes. And all I said was, he should not have to apologise for anything, okay? But it was concerning something else, not what I'm going to discuss now, my delicious babies, yes? So, the thing is here, so I was listening to your man there, and Richard Vobes, both the men, yes? And even, Richard Vobes himself, just let me please have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. And even Richard Vobes himself was saying that, because I remember when I looked, when I stumbled across him, and I remember that, I think, what did he have? 40, the lower mark could have been 44,000 or something like that subscribers, yes? So it wasn't that long ago. It really was not that long ago. My delicious little babies, yes? Now, he's gone up to, I think, I do believe, at a glance, was it 78 or 79,000? And even he himself is rather shocked at that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? How it could just jump just like that. Because like I said before, and I'm going to repeat it again, it seemed that when he was talking about history, okay, because I can only gather that he's been on YouTube for quite a while, that he wasn't getting, as many views. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? It's almost like, when ones in the world want to remove history. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? Well, did our beautiful and delicious Michael Jackson, not in that way, didn't he have an album? Was it History? I think he did, didn't he? Anyway, something just came into my old noddle. You know what I mean? Anyway, and so I was listening to this Andrew Bridgen. Now, I did say in another one of my previous videos, I said, everybody should be supporting him now. This video, I have sent it out to all of my wonderful and delicious little babies in my phone, okay? Well, you see, this went on for nearly an hour, so it's 59 minutes something, yes? Now, of course, he's been booted out of the Conservative. Do you see what I mean? Because he's naughty, naughty, naughty. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But, you see, the thing is, he was saying, okay, so I'm only going to mention parts here. Yes, my delicious little babies, but what he was saying is that, at the start of the old, pandemic, yes, is that none of the MPs, or, you know, that he was aware of, my beautiful and delicious little babies out there, that they was not aware, okay, of, you know, what was going to be coming and what was going to be taking place. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. So, but of course, you know, as you start to see things and hear things, do you understand what I mean? Well, he wasn't a liking. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, he wasn't a liking what he was hearing and other things, yes. And of course, you know, for those delicious ones out there, okay, who want to vote for Labour, okay, if you could please listen to this video, or if it's not for your beautiful and delicious little baby selves who I'm talking to today, okay, well, you know, please pass my video on, please share, okay, and thank you, and also please feel free to comment, please feel free to subscribe, I also can forget. And finally, if you do happen to enjoy my video, please click on the like, okay? Please and thank you. Now, getting back to the matter in hand. So, you see, he wasn't happy about this, okay? Now, he's especially not happy that there seems to be a number, shall we say, I would say very large, there we go, all cold across my shoulders, yes, who happened to be like the age of 5 years old or younger. Do you see what I mean? Now, he was not happy about that at all. Neither was he happy that, you know, you've got, well, he wasn't happy about anything actually, but, you know, he's saying what his, shall we just say, what his argument is. Well, it is really, I mean, it's not like rah in your old boat race, yes, but he's, you know, what he's saying is that if somebody is fit and healthy, yes, if they're fit and healthy, then why must they be, you know, jabbed or boosted? Now, he's actually advised, and especially towards the end of the video, okay, with Richard Vobes and, you know, and Andrew Bridgen, yes, he's even advised that nobody should be having this booster. You know, so my video cannot be taken down, my delicious little babies, yes, when it's already on YouTube. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, so I do not feel that I'm saying anything wrong at all. Anyway, fast forward. So this Andrew Bridgen, well, it doesn't seem that he has many friends, shall we say. I mean, obviously, he must have friends, you know, who have known him for many decades. There we go, many years. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, but when it comes to your old parliaments there, are you following me, my delicious little babies? Yes? He doesn't seem to have a lot of friends there, because it seems very much as though, you know, both the Conservative and Labour just want to keep their jobs, keep rolling things out, shushy, and not telling about things, yes? Now, when was it? He mentioned something about October last year, when the government in our neck of the woods in the old UK, that they did have documents, yes, and yet, knowingly, my delicious little babies, still rolled out jabs. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. Now, what he's clearly, you know, trying to stand up for, okay, and he does seem to have rather a lot, very sadly, against him, because it seems very much to me, my delicious little babies, as I'm sure it does to you, that at the end of the day, they don't want to stand up, do they? Because they ain't got a flipping backbone. When they've done it to their own man and woman out here, and little bairns and little babies. And even at the start of the old flipping with the pandemic, and when they started rolling out the old flipping jibby jabs, yes, even doing it to flipping beautiful, dear little and large animals, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So at the end of the day, yes, I'm flipping and moaning about it, because here's the thing, when I see, and I do, believe you me, on a daily basis, and you just see how others, there we go, before I even say it, are changing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, I mean, it's like, let's take yesterday, because today is Sunday. Do you see what I mean? But yesterday, it's a Saturday now. Usually, I mean, I know it was a little bit dull and everything outside, but usually there'd be far more activity going on. There we go. There'd be far more activity going on. But I'll tell you what it is, and I do not like this word, my delicious little babies, but the road was dead. It was like, and I'm sorry to have to say it like this, my delicious little babies, but it was like, you know, like, I don't know, I went out and I actually said it out loud, you know, to myself, and I said, it's like death in the air. There we go. It's so hard to explain. Death in the air. It's like a blanket. It's really hard for me to explain, my delicious little babies. Yes, it's like today, you hardly see nothing at all. I mean, if you give it there we go, if you give it a few years back, it was never like this. Do you know what I mean? You'd have plenty of man and woman walking up and down the road. You'd have like cars, you'd have like, do you understand what I mean? You used to hear, laughter. There we go. But you're just not hearing anything anymore. And what Andrew Bridgen was saying was, and he was apologising, he was saying sorry, but here's the thing, okay, we could say, you know, it's in the, you know, in the government, in the parliament and all that, yes. But hold on a minute. Shouldn't all of those putrid pieces of shite be flipping apologising for what they've done? I mean, what did he say? I cannot remember offhand now. You'd need to listen to the video, please, and thank you, my delicious little babies, right? Very interesting video indeed. And by the way, I never knew anything about this Andrew Bridgen. No, I didn't. You know, all I knew about was just the recent, do you know what I mean? He's not somebody who I like read up on or looked at YouTube videos on. It was only that one video, you know, where, you know, obviously there seems to be some form of, an injustice here. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, so if those who seem to be running the governments all over the world, yes, okay, using their old flipping lackeys, right? They're the ones running the flipping world, yes? Well, they're not alike, are they? So when they're not alike, what do? And he's not towing the line. It's a little bit like being at school, isn't it? Do you see what I mean? If you be naughty, wow, you stand outside the headmistress or headmaster's office, and then you say, I'm sorry. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So then, of course, Andrew Bridgen then gets flipping booted out. Do you see what I mean? Because he spoke the truth. And, of course, as he was, well, in words to effect, it's like it's a lesson to the other ones, the other putrid little lackeys who are in government. Do you know what I mean? Not to step out of line. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? But the whole point was getting back to Labour. Now, well, they're part of it as well. So for those of the delicious ones out there, you want to go and vote for Labour, okay? If anybody happens to stumble across my video, right? You want to go and vote for Labour, be a twit, because that's what I'm going to say now. Be a flipping twit and go ahead and do it. Because they're the ones that when we look at getting back to what I was just about to say, is it 1 million or something like that, who are out to work? I mean, please do not quote me. You'd have to listen. Yes, I just heard million, right? I don't know if it's 750,000 or 1 million or just over. I cannot remember now. Anyway, my delicious little babies, yes, who are out to work, who can never work again because of the old jibby jab. Do you see what I mean? When none of this should have happened at all. Not to mention, my delicious little babies, all over the world, what's been going on. Not only in our country, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, but in other countries. Do you see what I mean? So at the end of the day, the way I see it is, so, you know, these should be held, there we go, these should be held to account for it. And I'm not so sure that I'm not trusting, no, you know, this old Nuremberg 2 and all that, because we've heard about, I mean, I said on a video months ago, you know, and I turned around and said, which I did, and I says, well, you know, why aren't they speeding up the Nuremberg? Do you understand what I mean? To me, it just seems to be a lot of flipping hot air. Do you understand what I mean? And nothing getting done. And then we have to look at, you know, why all of a sudden, you know, somebody's saying this, somebody's saying, there we go, somebody's saying this, somebody's saying that. Do you see what I'm saying? And then the next minute, others are being censored. Do you see what I mean? I mean, the whole lot just doesn't make any sense at all. Do you know what I'm saying to you, yes? But like I said before, and I'm saying it again, there are so many lives that are being flipping damaged from this putrid shite that they're flipping dished out that they knew was going to either, let's just say, send somebody into spirit, God bless their beautiful dear souls, or make them severely poorly, God bless their dear souls as well. Do you see what I mean? Because they believed everything that our putrid government said. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? It's flipping disgusting. And like I said before, and I say it again more, and I'm going to stand by it again, because I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you consider stress on somebody's boat race, and you consider stress on Andrew Bridgen's boat race. You can see it. Do you see what I mean? Because you see, once these, yes, once you're in their naughty books, do you understand what I'm saying to you, yes? Then they do everything, and he's not just the only one, there's a lot of others, yes, to destroy them. So either they, let's just say, they magically, and I do not mean that in a nasty way, they either magically flipping disappear, never to be heard or seen again, if you follow my meaning, my delicious little babies, yes? Or they just make their lives hell, sorry, so the box in the corner of the room, and that's what they use as their main source, like they have for decades, to flipping brainwash, manipulate and lie, and they get the putrid flipping mainstream flipping media, and they're no flipping better. They need to be held to account as well. Yes, they flipping should. I do not give a damn who they are, who any of these are. Every single one of them. So I'm not really happy about this Nuremberg business either. So where is it then? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. But let me tell you, the plot thickens, and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and it gets more putrid and putrid and putrid by the flipping minute. It's disgusting. And yet, all of these parties, and I talk about all of them, Reform UK, Labour, Conservative, all of them, yes. And what it is that they say, so they come back round with this shite again, oh, you know, and they say to those out there, you know, who are just gullible, and I'm so sorry to have to say that, but it is true, so gullible to listen to this shite that they spew out and project. Yes, and at the end of the day, just so that they can get the flipping numbers up. Do you see what I mean? Because that's what we are out here, my delicious little babies, yes? And this is what one's out there. Not everybody, my beautiful and delicious little babies. I'm talking about the other delicious little babies. What you've got to realise is that we're a number to these. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? Now, I feel really passionate about this. You know, because I'm a qualified angelic healer at the end of the day. Do you understand what I mean? So what my role is to help, just like on my old dog and burn on my phone line with my job. Do you understand what I mean? My job role. You know, I'm there to help, not to hurt. But, you know, it's very clear to me that, you know, and the putrid flipping, there we go. Before I even say it, the putrid flipping doctors and nurses. Do you see to me who haven't done a flipping ounce of research, or half of the flipping government, 3/4 of them, done any research into this? Do you know what I mean? They're just shushy, keep the gob shut. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And in the meantime, it's like we've got flipping killing machines. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So, I mean, this needs to stop. Not just have the, you know, halted and everything. There we go. Have it halted and everything else. This needs to stop. For good. Because to tell you something now, well, I already know anyway. I've flipping known lockdown. Yes, before I even say it, I've known long time. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? This is nothing compared, God bless all of their beautiful dear souls, to what we're going to see. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, and not to mention over there where it's going on, you know, with in the war. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And lots of lives lost. Countless numbers of lives lost. And for what? My delicious little babies, we really, really, really need to get a grip here. Get real. Ka-ching! That's what it's all about. It's not about a man and woman's little babies, little adolescents, little bairns, child's life, little and large animals or anything like that. No, it isn't. Who's running our world, okay, and the flipping lackeys, put them in the same category, are flipping pure and evil and flipping wicked and cruel. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, I'm not going to shut up in any way. Anything what I've said is no different to what's on YouTube and anywhere else on social media. It's just that I'm airing my feelings. It is better out than in. At the end of the day, look at the damage it's caused and still causing. And Andrew Bridgen himself, he said, you know, nobody should be taking the boosters. He said it himself. Should be listening to this video, my delicious little babies, please and thank you. I'm not shouting at you all, I'm just, do you know what I mean? It just, what it is, it gets to me and it frustrates me. That not everybody is seeing, you know, clear seeing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And of course, you know, you've got these others. And again, what all of this comes down to, and I said it before, and I say it again, and if I make enemies, well, I make enemies. That's just the way life goes with me. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? I'm not here, not being nasty to you all, my delicious little babies. For those, my beautiful and wonderful little subscribers, and how I love you so, yes? But at the end of the day, if somebody stumbles across me, yes, and they happen not to like, you know, not to liking what I'm saying, well, I'm not being nasty with you now, my delicious little babies, yes? I'm not here to be liked. That's tough. I'm saying it's the way it is, and there's only ones out there who are not liking the truth, who would not like what I had to say. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, this is disgusting and putrid what has gone on. And how anybody on this planet could ever, in a million years, trust these doctors for most, or nurses again, I will never know. Because I'm telling you now straight, my delicious little babies, I do not. No, I do not. And I've never made a secret of it. My great-grandfather, sorry, many decades and decades and decades ago, yes, was a doctor, but not like the flipping doctors you got now. Like I said before and I say it again, if you've got a cold, yes, if you've got a cold or the flu or whatever it is, you put your head over some steam. I mean, obviously, you know, just got to say it for the camera, right? But, you know, not sticking your head in boiling hot water, no. But you can use a number of things, Albers oils, you know, a few drops in some boiling water. Do you understand what I mean? Stick a towel over your head and let the steam. Do you know what I mean? If you do not have Albers oil, well, just let the steam. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's just a few days in bed. Do you understand what I mean? Keep your fluids. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? And then keeping away from, you know, other certain things. Do you know what I mean? Just having honey, lemon and ginger and things like that if you cannot eat. Because as we all very well know, with the old cold or flu, right, which of course went out the window in flipping 3 years. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, everything was COVID. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And of course, you know, so what I'm saying is, because as we very well know, that, you know, you lose your taste buds. You know, everybody knows that, you know, if you're feeling under the weather. Do you see what I mean? If you've got, you know, your nose is all bunged up, or you keep having a runny nose and everything, and then you're coughing and spluttering and sneezing, you know, going hot and cold, because that's what a cold and the flu is. Simple as. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so you just do that, and then when you can start to eat again, just have some, you know, green vegetables and, you know, things like that. Have fruit, you know, just have light things, or maybe you know, a slice of toast. Do you understand what I mean? And then build it up like that. Do you see what I mean? Nobody needed to be bloody jibby-jabbed. Look at the flipping destruction it's caused. There we go. Do you see? So, you know, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I still say about that Andrew Bridgen, he should never apologise. I cannot remember what it was about now, but he apologised about something else, not about this Motherless Little Babies, yes? But, you know, so that's the only thing I'll say. But otherwise, at the end of the day, others should stand, there we go, should stand by him, okay? Because we're dealing with flipping massive flipping bullies here. Okay, and then they get the flipping lackeys, the filthy, dirty, putrid lackeys in the governments and elsewhere to do the flipping dirty work. Every single one of them should be flipping held to account, the putrid pieces of shite they are. And then we get back to flipping, what's his name, flipping Hancock. Yes, well, you see, they say that he was allegedly, you know, they say that he was allegedly, do you know what I mean? Like pushed or attacked. No, he wasn't. I've watched that footage a couple of times. No, he wasn't at all. Do you know what I mean? But what, he's another putrid piece of shite, because when he's called, there we go, when he's called out, your man there doesn't like it. After he's flipping killed and murdered how many? And then you go back to Andrew Bridgen now, when he sent, I don't know, an email or something, yeah. What's his name? Jeremy Hunt. Like I said, there's another flipping word that flipping rhymes with Hunt, isn't there? And it starts with a C and ends with a T. And of course, he was not quick to respond, yes, and apparently he knew nothing about it. And he's to do with the house. Hello, ding ding. Can you see what's going on here, my delicious little babies, and what has been going on and what's still going on? Do you see? But I mean, we're talking about, I mean, this is on another scale. There we go, all together. This is on one flipping massive scale, what's going on. Okay? And then, of course, the only thing that I can think is that you've got other delicious little babies out there. God bless them, yes? You've got other little delicious babies out there, yes? Where, of course, they're thinking, oh, well, you know, I made a mistake. Do you see what I mean? And then, of course, like I said, it's denial. I said it before. But then you've got others who think, oh, you know, well, I better take this. Do you understand what I mean? Because they're more than likely, my delicious little babies, yes? They're more than likely being pressured, you know, with your old, where they're flipping tracking you. Do you remember when they were doing that? My delicious little babies out there, yes? So it's like, oh, you know, then you've got to be tested here, tested there, tested the other. Do you see what I'm saying? For a test that didn't even flipping work. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? I mean, the only thing that I have to say, especially in the last 3 years, yes? And this is all I have to say. And I just say it the way it is. Dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, our dear Creator, just loves the truth. Where the hell is all the bloody common sense gone? Do you see what I'm saying to you? But of course, these putrid were very convincing. But here's the thing, I always say, if somebody's trying to push something out, yes, they're pushing it in your boat race, it's everywhere you go, you know, in the box in the corner of the room, you know, wherever you walk, anything. If they're really so desperate to push it out, right, ones, hello, should question it. Not go along with it, should question it. Should say to themselves, okay, well, you know, something's not feeling right again. And then we get back to what you've said in other videos, where one should use their intuition. If something doesn't feel right, like I said before, and I say it again, if it doesn't sound like a duck, doesn't quack like a duck, it doesn't walk like a duck, doesn't look like a duck, well, it's not a bloody duck, is it? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? But of course, as we very well know, right, which I've said on other videos, yes, months ago, right, that at the end of the day, right, they hired psychologists. Which, of course, you know, to brain, you know, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, yes, to flipping brainwash. And very sadly, very blooming sadly, it seemed to have bloody worked with some. God bless their beautiful dear souls, and God bless their other beautiful dear souls. Perfectly healthy. Nothing wrong. Why? Because they could cha-ching. Pounds, shilling, pence, dollars and change. And because these putrid, sorry, excuse me, feel the need that they do not want so many of us on the planet anymore. How effing dare they? How effing dare they? And I happen to know many, God bless them, who've had the jibby jab. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So yes, I do flipping take it very flipping personally. Yes, I do. And I do not care what anybody thinks of me on this channel, on my channel. Do you know what I mean? If somebody doesn't like me, no, I do not care. If somebody does not like me, well, I'm not even going to say, I'm sorry that somebody doesn't like me. No, I am not. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to give information out. If somebody does like me, well, it's a bonus. God bless you all, my delicious little babies who do. Right? But I'm here to give out information. I'm here to make others aware who are not aware. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? It's like when you first go and start a job, I'm not there to make friends. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? What I'm there for is to get a job done. Do you see what I'm saying to you all, my delicious and beautiful little babies out there? I feel really strongly about this and I feel really flipping passionate about it. And all of them, let me tell you, and I'm not being nasty with what I say, I do not believe that locking anyone up and throwing away the key, no! Because they've got the privilege of having 3 meals a day, watching a box in the corner of the room, playing pool or playing on the games or doing whatever they want to do. They've got the freedom, the breath of life. When globally, other beautiful babies, God rest the beautiful dear souls, have not got that flipping luxury. And for others, not got a luxury to, you know, where they can, at one time, you know, they could probably go out jogging, they could go and do exercise, they could do their job, they could lift heavy objects. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Absolutely nothing flipping wrong with them. And now, they cannot ever work again. Disabled. I always say, whatever I say is better out than in. I'm not one of these to hold it in, my delicious little babies. No, I am not. Something else should be done to all of these putrid creatures. Yes, it should. And I'm not taking it back. And I'm not inciting violence or doing anything. I'm just saying it the way it is. And I will not let it rest. Okay, if my video comes down, even though others are talking about it on YouTube, yes? Well, if it comes down, sorry, well, so it be. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So the ones, beautiful and delicious little babies out there are the ones who are supposed to watch it, yes? But, if, you know, if they do decide to, you know, to take my video down, you know, because I'm speaking the blooming truth, I'm disgusted. I mean, let's look. I mean, come on. We've got to get a grip here. Let's get real here. We've got to look from 5 years from now. You know, this is very flipping serious. You're going to have a lot more, God bless and God rest their beautiful dear souls. You're going to have a lot more that are not going to survive this. There we go, right? You've got others where, you know, they've been made, you know, delicious little babies out there, God love them, God bless them, where they're going to be made, already have been made infertile, so they're not going to be able to reproduce. Because somebody up there thought it was all right to do it. And I'm telling you now, I've got 2 beautiful and delicious little daughters myself. So yes, I do flipping take it, flipping personally, yes I do. And I've got beautiful and delicious with my close circle of friends. Do you know what I mean? Where, you know, they've got beautiful little grandbairns and things like this. Do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be having to live in a world like this. No, they should not. I've said what I've got to say, everybody, my delicious little babies. I'm absolutely flipping disgusted. And I have been from the old start of this whole flipping pandemic. Do you see what I mean? Because I can see exactly what they were doing. I was already given anyway my information from my beautiful and wonderful, delicious little birdies 3 weeks before, and from my beautiful and delicious dear little spirit guides, and how I love all of them. So, do you see what I'm saying to you? So I already knew the crack. There we go, what was going on. Do you see what I mean? And it's so sad to see things unfold. But if we look at even between, not even 5 years, if we look at between, there we go, if we even look between, I've just got two and 5 years. Look, it's going to get worse. And I'm not saying this to depress anybody, my delicious little babies, yes. But what I'm saying is, for those who continue to go out and get boosted, when, at the end of the day, there's so much flipping evidence now. There we go. Do you see what I mean? That it doesn't flipping work at all. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? The ones who I've known walking up and down the road and everything like that, you know, so one by one, bit by bit, well, you're just not going to see them anymore. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm not saying this to depress anybody. I'm saying it's bloody facts. Do you see what I mean? I've known so many flipping fit and healthy, you know, flipping disgust me anyway, my delicious babies. That's what I've got to say. So yes, I am moaning about it, but please, you know, what I do is I just keep giving out information. Yes, so eventually, okay, and again, I'm not, you know, being disrespectful to anybody, because I know that, you know, for some delicious little babies, you already know, but for the others, I'm just hoping that eventually, yes, that, not being nasty, that the flipping penny drops. Hello? Do you see what I mean? Our putrid government, putrid it seems, hospitals, because like I said, you get many who go in, God bless the beautiful dear souls, and they're not bloody coming out. Because you've got flipping consultants, haven't you? Walking up and down, oh yes, that one can go on the pathway, that one can go on the pathway, that one can go on the pathway. Oh right, yes. And that's in our neck of the woods in the old UK. Well, I tell you something, these flipping doctors and nurses, they're going to have to flipping do something damn well flipping super duper flipping quick, okay? Because let me tell you, nobody's going to have any faith in the doctors and nurses. I'm not saying about every single doctor and nurse globally, I'm not. But when we look, you've only got a small amount, yes, who actually tried to help us out here. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and that's globally. But for most of them, they're lazy bloody gets. They go to flipping university, right? They do not do any bloody research. Half of them have been, the doctor's been flipping poisoning the flipping patients for how long? Yes, I will flipping well say it. And the nurses, do you know what I mean? Yes, I flipping well will say it. Flipping disgusts me. And they're doing it, they put ka-ching, pounds, shilling, pence, dollars and change in front of somebody's bloody life. I'm so sorry, my delicious little babies, I'm not shouting at you, you know what I mean? Something has got to break here, it's got to break, there we go, it's got to break, okay? Because it's been bending long time, now it's got to break. There's no old-fashioned saying you can bend, but you cannot break. But in this case, it needs to be broken. And flipping call out this putridness, what's been going on, and flipping bang all the putrid governments out all around the world. And all these doctors and nurses, boot them out. Because let me tell you, flipping killing machines, and I do not give a damn what anybody flipping tells me. That's the way it is. And I watch enough videos and do enough bloody research to know. Anyway, my delicious little babies, please, you know, for those of you so kind to even follow me for as long as what you have, thank you to my delicious babies, subscribers and beautiful, delicious little babies who are not even subscribed, but, you know, you haven't stumbled across me. Right? Anyway, anyone who knows me, I do not have to justify myself anyway. No, I do not. I'm just expressing my disgust in this whole matter. It's flipping disgusting. So yes. And of course, you know, the old flipping funeral directors, aren't they? So they're making a ka-ching like nobody's flipping business. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure that they do not want to see for most. And I used to be a funeral arranger myself. Okay, I'm sure that they do not want to see this, but I'm sure that they've seen how everything's rocketed, gone up, haven't they? Yes, but of course, you will not never hear this in the mainstream media, will you? No, because it's all shushy, shushy. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, they're just as flipping complicit. They're all flipping complicit. And it flipping disgusts me. And that's what I've got to say. And I actually woke up in a super duper wonderful mood, my delicious little babies, yes. I had a juicy little shower. Yes, I did. And, you know, and I was in a super duper mood. But when it comes to things like this, let me tell you, no. I flipping call it out and I say it what it is. Do you know what I mean? And none of them, these putrid pieces of shite flipping governments now, none of them should have flipping protection from the public. No, they should not. And I'm just telling it the way it flipping damn well is. Why should they have protection when they're flipping lied and rolled this poison out? Why should they flipping have protection for anything and then get paid more ka-ching in their jobs? Just a good measure for doing it. Do you know what I mean? And for the majority of them, you know, they go to sleep, for the majority I'm saying, yes, for the majority, yes, and they go to sleep and they can sleep like a flipping baby. Ah, yes, babies, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, yes. There's a flipping lot I could say, my delicious little babies, but I'm now going to leave it there, okay, because it flipping disgusts me. Everybody's life, every single one of us on this planet is worth living, and the same for beautiful animals, creatures great and small, little and large birds, little and large animals. We are all worthy of living on this planet. How dare the putrid pieces of shite, you know, that they just want to get rid of us, that we're useless eaters and we're useless and we're no good to them. How effing dare they? Flipping disgusts me. Well, like I said, you know, as time's going on, you know, and God bless the beautiful dear souls out there, when the penny does flipping drop, let me tell you, big trouble in flipping little countries. I'm telling you that now, and large flipping countries, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because this is not flipping over. Anyway, so that's my video, my delicious little babies. No, it is flipping not. And if anybody feels depressed at my video, I'm sorry that you felt that way, but at the same time, not being rude or disrespectful, yes? But if somebody didn't want to listen to my video, could have just skipped. Do you see what I mean? But I'm not going to change what I say. I'm not going to feel bad. I've got no reason to feel bad, because for me, I work to flipping help, not the flipping opposite. So yes, this past 3 years has seen a lot, hasn't it? For those who are flipping wide awake, who are not walking around with the flipping ears and eyes flipping closed. Anyway, that's what I've got to say, my delicious little babies. So please continue to feel the love, okay? Please continue to lift the vibration, okay? And wherever you are in the world, wishing you the most beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? Please continue to give everyone and who you meet, friends, family, you know, well, whoever you decide is delicious to give a hug to or a pat on the back, okay? And you must tell them all that you love them and they're delicious, okay, my delicious little babies, yes? Because we need to keep the vibration high. But with me, I've had my say, and I'm not going to change. There we go. I'm not going to change. No, I'm not. I'm not taking any words back what I've said. That's how I feel. I'm not going to change. So if somebody wants to be so kind enough to watch my video, then that is absolutely super duper, hunky-dory, tickety-boo and wonderful. And please and thank you. For others, do not want to watch, do not want to hear the truth, well then, you know, but I'm not apologising for it. No, I'm not. And anyway, now once I come off the camera, you know, I'm going to be doing my reading shortly. Do you see what I mean? Then, you know, to me, I've said what I've got to say. But I always believe it is better out than in. I'm not going to make myself, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, please God, that I'm, you know, that I'm never ill. I'm not going to make myself ill by holding everything in. No, I'm not. I've seen plenty of that in my lifetime, in my decades. Yes, I have. Do you see what I mean? And I'm not going to be one of them. No, I am not. But I tell you what, they're not flipping giving me nothing. I'm telling you, the putrid piece of shit. They're flipping not giving me nothing. I'll tell you something. Well, anyway, I'm not going to say what just ran through my mind then. So I'm just going to keep quiet now. So until my next video, my delicious and beautiful little babies out there, thank you so very much for even taking time to watch my videos and also for any likes that I've received. Okay, I'll be forever thankful and grateful. Okay, so until my next video, much love. You look after yourselves now. Take care. God bless. Thank you. Goodbye.